Think about it. Rugby league isn't really about tries and goals, is it? Not really. It's not about trophies. It's not even about winning. No, rugby league is about people. It's about experiences, friendship, adventures, memories. And it's true you cannot buy those things, but you can organize them. And that's what we've been doing here at Catalan Sport Tours since 2014. Whether it's a World Cup, Away to the Dragons, Las Vegas, Cup Finals, State of Origins, Paris or Dublin, we'll organize everything so you can focus on making memories. Because that's what rugby league's all about. Find us at catalansporttours.com.
Full-time score in the south of France on the Catalan Sports Tours scoreboard. Catalan Dragons 34, Castleford Tigers 28. So there you have it, folks. It's been great entertainment this evening in the south of France at the Stars Gilbert Brutus. Plenty of points scored. It was 22-12 at half time. And Castleford outscoring their opponents in the second stanza. But it was just too big of a mountain to climb for the men from West Yorks. Castleford go to a 5-9 win-loss record. And as I say, the Dragons conversely bouncing back from that loss to the recently crowned Challenge Cup winners, Wigan, that 40-16 loss last weekend in the City of Light. A great promotion for rugby league in the French capital. They'll no doubt have a celebration tonight after beating Castleford by 6 points at the Star Gilbert Brutus. Julian Buski coming from the field. He looks absolutely knackered, as they say in the UK. And the Castleford players going to their visiting contingent of supporters to pay tribute to them for making the trip all the way to the south of France. And that's lovely to see. Joe Stimson, one of the first on the scene to go and meet with the fans and posing for some photos. As I say, he comes from a beautiful rugby league family, and he certainly busted a boiler today and did go off, of course, after being green carded by the referee after that head knock. He was he was down for the count for some time, and he did come back, and that's a good sign, obviously getting the thumbs up from the medical people so he could resume his place in the Castleford side. No surprise that the Sky Television player of the match is Lewis Dodd. He was the player I thought who was best on ground. He was outstanding this evening in this round 14 clash between Catalan and Castleford. First game in Perpignan in 6 weeks, and the halfback or scrum half for Catalan was very much in the thick of it. He was central to their performance, especially in the first half when he was very much prominent as they got out to a handy lead, and eventually 22-12 it was at the break. Full-time score on that Catalan Sports Tours scoreboard, 34 points to 28. I'll wrap up the point scorers for both teams in a moment. Of course, round 14 of Super League wraps up tomorrow at Odsal. It's Bradford versus Lee to bring down the curtain on round 14. Our thanks to Matty Horton and Ian Judson also for contributing to Super Saturday. Great work, fellas, commentating on that earlier match at the MKM Stadium where Hull FC proved too strong for Huddersfield. Final score on that match, 36 points to 12, the Black and Whites over the Giants. Let's also touch on that 1895 Cup semi-final. London Broncos going from strength to strength and cementing their place in the 1895 Cup decider with a big win in the Midlands, knocking over the Midlands Hurricanes in Birmingham, 62 points to 24 earlier today. Jason Costigan's my name, and again, thank you for joining us on rugbyleague.com. We've had a big production in terms of our content on the platform during the last few hours. The game, as I say, at the MKM Stadium with Maddie and Ian in commentary for that one, and then yours truly flying solo for this game in the south of France. Very hot day it was, and the big forwards for both teams feeling the heat, literally and figuratively, no doubt about that. Tommy Makinson also was outstanding for Catalan, especially in that first half. He did score a double, but he also came up with a fantastic try assist, one of the highlights of the game as the sun sets in the south of France. The scoring details: Makinson a double, tries in the 8th and 14th minutes. Maria Fa'atape, he also got a double on 37 and 54. Sexton a try. Spiro Bichet 5 from 6. Gary Brown, Stimson and Mapapalangi, he actually got 2 tries, including one right at the finish. Weaver kicking 4 from 6. Catalan Dragons 34, Castleford Tigers 28, in front of a crowd of 7,722. That score again, 34 points to 28, Catalan over Castleford on the Catalan Sports Tours scoreboard. That's all we have time for, folks, with our broadcast team. And on behalf of our commentators, Ian Judson and, of course, Matty Horton, calling the action at the MKM, and also Steve Mascord in the studio, I'm Jason Costigan, wishing you a very good Saturday night. We'll catch you next time for more rugby league action right here on this Saturday evening from the south of France. Again, thank you for joining us on Super Saturday, rugbyleague.com style. A big day it's been for us with our broadcast team. And on behalf of our commentators, Ian Judson and, of course, Matty Horton, calling the action at the MKM, and also Steve Mascord in the studio, I'm Jason Costigan, wishing you a very good Saturday night. We'll catch you next time for more rugby league action right here on rugbyleague.com.
At Go Media Stadium, Cronulla 10 edged out the Warriors 8. Here's Sharks coach Craig Fitzgibbon.
That was awesome. Yeah, it was, how do you turn a quality game when the scoreboard's that low, but that's quality. Like, that was intense. They were just going after us, and we were just holding on, and then we're coming back. Then we got back into it. They got back into it, and then just to close out like such a deficit in the second half where I thought they were on top of us, it's really pleasing.
But major drama in the use of the shot clock and a crucial penalty against the Warriors, as coach Andrew Webster explains.
There was a dropout. Chanel says to the referee, there's an advertisement on the screen. He says, "Ref, how long have I got? I can't see the clock." He says, "You got 5 seconds." He kicks it in 2, and as he's kicking it, the siren goes off, blows his whistle, gives a penalty, 2 points straight in front, and then they question and he says, "Not my fault." So, like, gifted them 2 points because professionalism around, they don't even know how long to go. When you ask the question, because you can't see it on the clock, and the response is you got 5 seconds and you kick it in 2, well, that's, like, I never blow up. That's embarrassing. And then it happened on the scrum again. And they were notified, kept radioing down, "Go, please see the match official, please get to the referee, there's something wrong with this clock. Stop penalising it," because we don't even know when to pack. Well, if the referee tells you got 5 seconds and you kick it in 2, what 5 minus 2 is 3? They got 3 seconds left. Yeah, is that right? 3? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. So, like, when the referee tells you that, and then he's the one penalised, surely common sense goes, "Look, let's do a redo there. That something's gone wrong." Or you say, just play on. Common sense.
Also on Saturday, Parramatta 15, Canberra 12 at CommBank Stadium. Here's Eels coach Jason Riles.
Yeah, we just make things hard on ourselves, like, as you can see, and it's a reflection of the youth of our squad and the experience and that type of thing. And we've got some boys learning how to play NRL in the NRL, where normally you get a fair bit of time in Cup to do that. But that's the journey we're on, that's where we're at. And it was just good to get the result tonight, even though, you know, we did make it hard on ourselves at times, and the defence was really good for the most part. But I'll be honest, I think we played better the last 2 weeks than tonight. So, but I'm not complaining.
And now, Ricky Stewart.
We addressed that. I haven't seen any statistics, mate, but we addressed our attack at half-time. And it's, you know, it was... I don't want to take anything away from Parramatta's defence. They did a good job holding us out, but I thought we were pretty predictable. And that's not being disrespectful to Parramatta. It was more, I thought we were too predictable with the football and not courageous enough.
And now across to Super League, where Hull FC 36 were too good for Huddersfield 12 at MKM Stadium. First up, Andy Last.
Yeah, really, really pleased that we got the win. Players have worked hard. You know, the confidence obviously has been a little bit low because we haven't quite got the results. But I don't think we've been far away in performance. And, you know, today we managed to stay in the fight. They got obviously off to a 6-0 start, but it didn't knock us. We knew that we needed to play the long game with Huddersfield, and we knew that if we put enough fatigue into them, we'd be able to cause them some problems. And we certainly did that. And it was just nice to be able to sit with 15 minutes to go, knowing that the game was in the bag because we scored enough points, and you know we scored some really nice tries. You know, there was a nice blend between structure and just playing on the front foot on the back of a quick ruck. So yeah, really pleased for the guys.
Now let's hear from Huddersfield coach Jim Lenihan.
I thought our start was a lot better today. I thought first 20 minutes we were well and truly in the game. Started to see a few things that we're sort of working on at training, and then they probably got to try through a bit of individual brilliance from them coming through the ruck early in yardage and split us. I don't exactly know who was it, Moy or someone maybe went through. I'm not sure. But they sort of got us in deep yardage and got a try, and then I think they got their second try maybe through Tui on an inside shoulder. But I thought overall, first 20 minutes was good. Our first half was pretty good, and then. We probably didn't quite take all our opportunities in the first half that we afforded ourselves. Then we got into the second half, probably nearly should have scored then again with Tommy under the post. So for the first 50, I thought we were getting some things that we wanted to see, and then we probably didn't get the try at the time, which would have made it 12-all or something at that point, and then probably just fell away from the contest after that.
And now back to where we started. Catalans 34, Castleford 28.
Yeah, always happy to get a win. Not disappointed because I see positives and I see areas where we can improve. You know, so sort of saying to the players, it's realisation is the big thing. You know, if you realise where you come up short and where you got to be better, that's the first step in getting better. Yeah. That left edge was really, really strong. Did a good job for us. For probably 70% of the game, we were good. I thought we were in control, but it was when we lost control that we just just lost that ability to hang in for a 5 or 10 minute period to get back in control, and it just got away from us. It's been a bit of an issue all year, so we're certainly aware of it, and we're doing things that to try and fix it, and that's all you can do.
Yeah, it definitely could have. A couple of tries that we conceded were disappointing because I felt like we'd done enough. We'd done really well in our defence, and then kick of the ball, we don't clean up the kick, they score. It's something we need to work hard on. With the what, mate? Sorry? The heat. No, I felt like we handled it really well. When you have 40% of the ball for over 60 minutes of that game, I think we handled the heat really well. Our effort was superb. There was a point there where I think they had 40 odd more runs of the ball than we had, yet we were still moving quite well and we were tackling well. I feel like if we had 50% of the ball, I feel like there would have been a different game today.
Joining me from the Midlands of England here on rugbyleague.com is former first grader back in Australia and also over here in Europe, and Australian schoolboys representative Troy Perkins. Tell the listeners what you're up to now.
Yeah, mate, Rugby Discounts is what it's called. It specialising in all the latest NRL kit from Australia, whether it's jerseys, training T-shirts, training vests, training shorts, hoodies, most clubs are available. You can get me on www.rugbydiscounts.net. I've also got a Facebook page, Rugby Discounts. So very active on that, and Instagram as well. So best prices and the great quality NRL gear that is very difficult to get in the UK.
The Rugby League Coach podcast is hosted by me, Lee Addison. I'm a former coach at NRL clubs, a couple of World Cups. You may remember the USA shocking the world in 2013. That's one of them. I also coached Poland to an Emerging Nations World Cup and helped Ireland a few years ago too. I've also worked at 3 elite high schools in England, and I like to offer my coaching services for free on this podcast. It's the Rugby League Coach podcast, and you can get to it through rugbyleague.com, the world's first 24-hour online rugby league radio station. That's the Rugby League Coach podcast with me, Lee Addison.